Yeah, hello, this is Dave from cheapbooks.com playing World of Tanks. The tank I am playing is the Churchill 3. This is a Russian Tier 5 tank, and the map is Abbey. This tank is actually made by Britain, which is why you see the Churchill in the British tech tree. And it is a premium tank, so if you want to know what it's like, you can try out the British tanks first. I am going to get 5 kills in the game. I'm going to spot 7 tanks. I'm going to do 1,800 damage and 1,480 EXP. Now, there's people that say heavy tanks go to town and medium tanks go here. Don't listen to any of that. It has to do with your reload time more so than anything else, because if you have a long reload, you need to be able to hide behind some objects. This actually has a fast reload, so it's not necessary for me to be in this position. However, the route that I took is intended for heavy tanks and for tanks with a long reload. You'll note that a tree did fall down in front of me, and there is a tank further on the road in front of me. You'll also notice that there is an artillery unit behind me. Oh, I don't know why it's not. It won't let me spin around, but don't worry about it. Something wrong.
Critical hit. Target unlocked.
I don't know if it's the replay. It must be that I had. Yeah, it looks like the issue might be that my ping time might have been horrible.
Penetration.
That is really weird. Yeah, I saw the ping go red. It's going red, so there's issues with that.
We didn't even scratch them. Enemy is hit. Target acquired.
Now you'll notice that I am angling my armor, and this tank has absolutely excellent armor. It's got some of the best armor for Tier 5. It's very difficult for anyone to penetrate it. You can see that I've taken at least that one hit, but I haven't done any damage yet.
Enemy armor is hit. Penetration. Enemy armor is hit. Enemy is hit.
Now there is one enemy artillery unit, so you do have to watch out for that, which means you have to keep on.
Penetration. Gotcha.
And this tank does aim very quickly.
Penetration. Lost to track. Enemy armor is damaged. Enemy armor is hit. Penetration. Target acquired. Penetration. Enemy armor is damaged. Get going. Penetration. Let's find another target.
You'll also notice that as I'm shooting, I'm moving forward, and the reason why is because I want them to see less of my tank. I want to be able to see their tank and shoot at them and have them see less of mine, so I have to move forward little by little.
Enemy armor is hit. We didn't penetrate their armor.
Now, one of the mistakes that I'm making, when you're up against another Churchill, I seem to recall that the weakest part is actually going to be the turret and not the hull. You want to avoid shooting at the hull, and you definitely want to shoot for that turret.
Ready to fire. Penetration. They're knocked out.
You'll notice I did not use the repair kit.
Track fixed. Let's roll.
And I did take a hit from off in the distance, which means that there is someone further down the road.
Penetration. Enemy is hit. Got him.
That is 3 kills.
Enemy armor is damaged. Gotcha.
That is 4 kills, and you can see that I reversed a little bit because I was preparing
Target acquired.
to do a maneuver.
Enemy armor is hit. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
I was preparing to do a maneuver of keeping my frontal armor facing that medium tank right there, but because he died, it wasn't necessary. So I have gotten 5 kills. And it's been 3.5 minutes, and the score is 13-4. So the game has moved on very quickly. It's going to be a 3 to 4 minute game. It's 14-4. There's one tank left. I'm going to guess that because there's one tank left, and I was taking shots from the north, he's probably, I can't get the mouse pointer, he's probably going to be located in the northeast corner of the map. And I'm signaling to my team that I believe that he is there. The Churchill is a rather slow tank, so often what happens is you're the last one to battle. In this particular case, I was the first one to show up on my side because obviously my team was slow to take up positions. Okay, so that was a 4-minute game. The score was 15-4. I did get 5 kills. It was a lot of action. You're welcome to replay it to review the action. I'm sorry I didn't get too much into it, but the kills went very quickly. And that is what this type of a tank excels at. When you're up against 3 or 4 or 5 tanks and they all have low hit points, you can kill many tanks very quickly with tanks like this because the gun reloads very quickly and the armor is really good. As an example, when I first was playing about 2 years ago, there was a Churchill excuse me, sitting on a cap on Malinovka out in the middle of the open in encounter mode. I was across the lake, and I was a new player, and I knew that I wouldn't be able to penetrate him. I fired 107 shots at him and penetrated like 10. So the armor is really good, and I had no choice. It was either sit there and do that or drive around the lake and get killed. So the armor is very good. The gun is very good. Especially when you're the top tier. I'm the top tier in this particular game. I highly recommend this tank. This is a premium tank. It's a tier 5 premium tank, heavy tank on the Russian tech tree. If you're thinking about buying a premium tank such as a Churchill, I would say that in terms of heavy tanks, it's a good choice. If you want a tank that has the best armor, I would say tier 5 best armor, get the Churchill 3 premium tank. If the best armor is not the most important thing to you, but maneuverability is more important, definitely go for the Excelsior or the Ram 2. The Ram 2, I get very good games. I get 7 and 8 kill games with the Ram 2. The Excelsior, I have 81% win rate. I probably have a very high win rate with this tank also. I highly recommend this tank. I am glad that I bought it. Are there other tier 5 tanks that are not as good? Offhand, I really don't remember, but I know that they're out there. So I do recommend it. It is a good purchase. If you have any questions or comments, please post below.